What is up, you guys? Hope you're doing well. We're into another week of remote learning, and it is May the 4th for all you Star Wars fans out there. We are going to go ahead and dive right on in our book on page 39, number 187. Percussion, we're also going to be working on this one, but you guys have something a little bit trickier that I want to take the time to put in a different video, so I'm going to put this up the same time as the brass and woodwinds, but this one's primarily just for brass and woodwinds. You can still follow along with the mallet part because that will still apply, but the stuff that you guys play on snare and bass, I'm going to talk about how we're going to play that in another video. Okay, for brass and woodwinds, this one is pretty straightforward. It's a really, really fun one, though, La Bamba, and it is a duet. It is a bit of a longer one, okay, and that's part of the reason why I'm wanting you guys to do this, is to get used to playing a longer piece. The only thing, technically wise, we have a DC al fine, okay, so we go all the way to the end of the piece, and then we come back to the beginning. Okay, that's what the C in DC al fine stands for. Go all the way back to the beginning, to the top of the piece, and then play until we see the word fine. So you guys can see the word fine at the end. I think it's measure 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, at the end of measure 9 is where fine is. And then at the very last measure, it says DC al fine. So again, go back to the beginning. Then we start from the beginning and play to where it says fine. Now another tricky thing about this is that you'll see there's a lot of accents that are kind of thrown in there. And we want the accents to be brought out, okay? Many times we're having an accent on the and of 4, okay? If you want to look at it, actually measure 9 is a really good example of this, where you have the rhythm 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. And everything is a perfectly normal articulation until the and of 4. We have that accent on the and of 4, so we want to have a little bit of an extra addition to the beginning of that note. Okay, so if I just play measure 9, I want you to hear how that accent is on the end, and it's different from the articulation of all the other notes. Okay. Okay, I'm not going way overboard. I'm just adding a little bit of an extra beginning to the note. Okay, it's the articulation. That's what the accent is affecting. Now, there is an A and a B. I am going to also, this would be a great opportunity for you guys to use the acapella app if you want to record yourself doing both parts. I'm going to do that myself, and I'll put it here on the Google Classroom page so you guys can view that and see what this duet is supposed to sound like with both parts. Okay, so this is going to be line A first. I'm going to play all the way through, excuse me, with DC al fine. Then we'll talk about line B. We'll go through that, and then you guys can check out the video on the Google Classroom page where you can hear both parts at the same time. Okay, here we go. Here's line A. 2, 3, and 3, 4. Ooh, whoops. 3, 4. Okay, it kind of ends on a little bit of a weird moment, but making sure you put that accent on the end of 4. Okay. Now you also hopefully noticed that there was the piano and the crescendo there at the very, very end. That is also an important detail. Now line B, it has a very similar rhythm as line A. The only thing is that where line A was resting, line B is just kind of filling it in. Okay, it's kind of providing the transition into the next measure. Okay, but other than that, it's pretty much the exact same rhythm. It's just a lower part because it's the harmony part. Okay, so here we go. Here's line B. 2, 3, and. line B does not get much of a a break as line A does. Okay, but you can hear how it's got the same kind of rhythm. It's just a little bit lower. Okay. That's really all I had with this one, just because it is a little bit tricky to get the accents, and so I don't want it to overwhelm you guys with it. Again, I'm going to put the duet version of it or in the Google Classroom, and for percussion, I'm going to do another short video about how to do what you guys are doing for this piece for the snare drum and bass drum part. Okay. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out and let me know, and hope to see you soon. Love you, miss you.